A rightfully proud Francisco Lindor and his 3 kids watching Francisco's wife Katya play the national anthem on the violin today. She did a fantastic job.
She certainly did.
And Lindor leads off. Lindor, like many players today, is wearing number 21 in tribute to Roberto Clemente on Hispanic Heritage Day at Citi Field. Lindor and Edwin Diaz and Juan Soto are all wearing number 21 tonight. Michael King falls behind Lindor 2-0.
Well, there's King's numbers, and like I said, he's had a lot of injuries this year. He came back and pitched earlier in the month and had inflammation of the knee. They may have brought him back too quick. But this is his 2nd start since coming back from that inflamed knee.
So he had not pitched since May. He made 1 start in August, went on the IL again after coming back from shoulder problems, and now this is his 2nd start since returning from that injury. That's lined into center field, and Lindor's got a leadoff hit. Well, Lindor, who was on base 3 times Sunday, gets aboard to start the bottom of the 1st. On the starting lineup for the Mets tonight, Cedric Mullins back in center field again. Brett Baty gets the start at 3rd. Mark Vientos moves to the DH spot as the Mets put the pedal to the metal for these final 12 games. They hope to have Luis Torrens back fairly shortly. He's playing a rehab game tonight. Here's Juan Soto. And Soto came to the ballpark today sporting a new hairdo. He's got braids for the first time in his major league career at the suggestion of Ronnie Mauricio. Juan changed his hairstyle. You usually change things when you're hot. And Juan's been hot. And he lines one toward the middle. That's a base hit. Lindor pulls in at 2nd. So back-to-back base hits from Lindor and Soto to set the table in the 1st.
Fastball away, and he becomes more of a pull hitter and just ripped it up the middle.
First at bat for Soto against a guy he was traded for, Michael King, and he gets a base hit against him.
Good top hand.
So 2 aboard for Alonso. Came up with 2 aboard in the 10th inning on Sunday and hit an opposite field 3-run homer. And the first sinker from King misses for ball 1. The home run gave Pete 117 RBIs. There have now been 9 instances in Mets history where a hitter's had at least 117 RBIs, and Pete's responsible for 4 of the 9. He loops that one behind shortstop. Coming on quickly is Merrill, but that's going to drop for a hit. Lindor to 3rd. He'll be held up there. The Mets with 3 straight singles against Michael King to load the bases with nobody out.
Oh, and Merrill was playing a very deep center field. Either that or he got a bad break on this ball. Well, they're going to throw Pete inside. That's on the inside corner, and they kind of jammed him a little bit, but he's so strong. Let's see where Mr. Merrill is. Well, he's playing all right. A little bit deep. He wasn't going to get that one.
So the Mets try to tally early. Bases loaded, nobody out. Mets have hit 6 grand slams this year. Brandon Nimmo has 3 of them.
Well, 12 games to go.
Trying to jump on King early. Just his 3rd start since May. And the first pitch slider misses down for ball 1.
Opponents hitting 203 against King. I guess that just went up with a 3 for 3. Lefties hitting 206. Righties hitting 198.
Infield back will concede a run to get 2 outs as King picks off the inside corner, and it's 1-1. Jim Wolf is the home plate umpire tonight. Brother of a pitcher, tends to be a pitcher's umpire. Mike Schilt, 2nd year with the Padres. And Nimmo takes one the other way for a base hit, and the Mets have the early lead. Lindor comes in to score. Everybody else moves up a base. 4 straight hits against Michael King to start the 1st inning, and it's 1-0 New York.
I gotta wonder, here comes the pitching coach, that's for sure. And that would be Ruben Niebla. And good hitting by Nimmo, getting on top of that ball away. They tried to come in and it bled out over the outer half.
So the Mets ambushing Michael King for 4 straight hits to start the bottom of the first.
And the Padre defense brought to you by Spectrum. You got the Gold Glover Machado at third, but Cronenworth has only his 6th start this year at shortstop, 54th in his career. They say he's been doing a great job. Merrill, of course, in center field last year, an all-star. Tatis, a Gold Glove with a terrific arm out in right.
And Laureano has one of the best arms in baseball playing left field. That is a tremendous defensive outfield, probably the best in the game.
I mean, there's so many players there on the defense. I only got so much time, Gary. I couldn't, mention them all.
Here's Mark Vientos. Still nobody out. Bases loaded with a run home. And Mark takes a sinker low and in for ball 1.
King's going to run that sinker and hope to get a ground ball and hopefully get out of this inning with just 2 runs.
Last year was the first for King as a full-time starting pitcher, and he finished 7th in the Cy Young balloting. Got off to a great start this year before his shoulder started barking. Fouled at the plate by Vientos. That sent him out in May, and he missed 3 months. Came back, made that 1 start against the Red Sox in August, lasted just 2 innings before his knee acted up, and that cost him another month on the injured list. Made 1 start last Friday against the Reds, pitched pretty well, and now in trouble early in this game. Vientos hits one right back to King. He comes home for the force. The throw to first by Fermin for the double play. 1-2-3 double play to put a little bit of a blunt on the Mets rally.
Oh, the worst possible scenario for a team and particularly a hitter. Ball's hit hard.
Well, if you're a sinker ball pitcher, you better be able to field your position, and King does.
Boy, he might get out of this with 1 run.
Now Jeff McNeil with 2nd and 3rd and 2 down. Jeff's hitless in his last 11 at bats. He's got Alonso at 3rd, Nimmo at 2nd with 2 down. And Jeff jumps on the first one, hits it right over the bag and down the line, and that'll bring in 2. Tracked to the corner by Tatis. McNeil pulls it at second base with a 2-run double, and the Mets have 3 runs home in the opening inning.
Those 2-out RBIs are killers. And it's a slider. Oh, too much plate and very flat, right over the bag.
No chance for O'Hearn to get there. McNeil's 19th double, his 52nd and 53rd RBIs, and the Mets are 3 runs to the good. And now Brett Baty. Baty takes fastball high for ball 1. Brett, since the All-Star break, is hitting .296 with an .833 OPS. It's faced lefties the last 2 games, so Baty was not in the starting lineup. Back in there tonight against King.
Boy, as a pitcher, Gary, you're 1 out away from just getting out of Dodge with just 1 run with the bases loaded, nobody out, and then the backbreaker from McNeil.
Mets in the series against Texas over the weekend went just 2 for 19 with runners in scoring position. They're 3 for 4 already in this game. And that's inside, and King's behind 3-0 with Francisco Alvarez on deck, and King's body language not really good right now.
That kind of deflated him a little bit. You get pumped up and you get that 1-2-3 double play, and then you think you can get out of it with 1. And he's got to collect himself.
That's been aggressive early in the count, but now Baty's got a 3-0, and he takes a swing and comes up empty, 3-1. Carlos Mendoza's got to be thrilled to see that. Really a continuation of that big 10th inning for the Mets on Sunday. And now Baty cracks one to deep right field. Touchdown. walk in the opening inning. Number 17 for Baty, and the Mets with a first inning barrage.
Right down the old pipe and in the wheelhouse of Baty.
416 feet on that home run. Baty now with 17 home runs and 47 driven in. And now Francisco Alvarez takes a cutter for a strike.
Well, down, middle. That's dangerous.
Alvarez had a very good series against Texas. Went 4 for 9 with a double and a home run. Trying to keep this inning going. Mets were very aggressive against King. Just 20 pitches to the first 7 batters. And they've got 5 runs and 6 hits. Alvarez lays off 1 and 2.
I think King kind of steps a little bit on that third base side of the mound, Gare. Comes across his body. He's a sinker slider pitcher, what I've seen right now. The first time I've seen him pitch in a long while.
Alvarez chops one foul. That Mets home run means Citi will donate $2,000 to No Kid Hungry to help the 1 in 5 kids in America facing hunger right now. 9th home run that King's allowed in 63 innings this year. A little higher home run rate than normal for King. He's not been as severe a ground ball pitcher as he's been in the past. He strikes out Alvarez with a slider to put an end to the inning, but a huge first inning for the Mets. Capped by Baty's 2-run homer. It's 5-0 after 1.